everybody, welcome back finally to Sewing on the Spectrum. I'm very sorry that I've been a bit MIA. I've been going through a period of pretty severe burnout for the last month. Realistically though, like I'm always burnt out because I'm an autistic person trying to force myself to conform to society, and it's really hard. Sometimes it catches up with me and I need a break. And my priority is always going to be my full-time job, looking after my house and my cats, and spending time with my friends and family. So that is what I have been doing, and YouTube's just kind of been, I can come back to that whenever I like. That's not a life or death gotta do it thing. Sorry, Fiyero is just in front of me and I've been out with my family, so he's like, why do you smell weird? Apparently I need a bath. He's licking my hand, it's really cute. Yes, so I have been sewing every day though. That's my main regulatory activity when I am burnt out. So in between, basically when I finished M8306, which I still got to upload, I started another project to kind of keep me busy before the fabric arrived for my vampire ball costume. I had a vampire ball recently and I needed just something really quick. I also had this gorgeous Tessuti fabric that I wanted to use, and I had already intended to use this particular pattern for it, as well as to make a second piece with it, which I'll get to that at some point this year when it suits my sewing schedule. But yeah, so sorry I've been away. Hopefully I'll be able to post more frequently now that I've had some time to recover, and I just really needed some time to reset. And yeah, I'm going to go on a big holiday this year, and I think that will really help me because my priority for the past 10 years has just been work, fit into society and build a life yourself. And so yeah, it's kind of draining. If you haven't noticed, this wall is now yellow. It really matches my dress, it's cute. Because I had it painted, which I mentioned I was going to do, and I had the swatches in one of my previous videos. So this is all painted. My bedroom's now, it's really pretty pink color. And I'm thinking literally right here, this is my sewing wardrobe. I'm going to probably paint a sort of mural of a rose trellis climbing the wall, and this is a corner, so coming along the corner with little pink roses. And I have pink silk lanterns that I'd like to hang as well, but I've been waiting to do that until I decide about the trellis deal. But yeah, I think I'm going to do that. No, here's my little guy. He wants to go in the wardrobe so bad. Say hello. That's lipstick. It's not for you. That's my lipstick. Hello. I just got home, so he's a bit grumpy. He's been having a nap. He's okay. I told you, he thinks I smell weird. It's because my parents have a dog. And he's like, who are you? Okay, you're a very heavy boy. So we'll get to the video and we'll see you another time. Look at him go. He can smell the dog. Oh my god, I betrayed her. Did I betray your trust? Yes, look at you. So handsome. Alright, bye for now. Hi everyone, this is Nicola from Sewing on the Spectrum. Thank you so much for watching and for joining me. So I just wanted a really quick project to work on in between. I'm just waiting for fabric to arrive for my vampire ball costume, and I need to have that complete by April 11th is the day of the ball. So I'm just, looking for something quick. I bought this gorgeous leopard floral. It's Italian, It's a silk. It's really like papery, I have to tell you. It's the paperiest silk I've ever felt in my life. It's quite stiff. But yeah, I have 2 meters of this fabric, and I wanted to make 2 tops. The first being like a cowl neck, you know, really contemporary look, and then I want to go full Dolce & Gabbana for the second with a like a bustier, throw some black lace on it. I'm using, because literally this is the most easy design. There's no point drafting when I have the pattern in my stash. McCalls M8114 in view B is what I'm using. So it's got this cowl neck, armhole binding that turns into the strap, and then it laces up in the back. I'm actually going to change this crossover style. I have quite a large bust size, cup-wise. I know I'm quite a dainty woman. I'm 5 foot, but the boobs are still there, and I cannot get away with strapless. I find it really uncomfortable, and unfortunately, because I have a size 6 band, it's really difficult for me to buy any bras that would go with this crossover back. I have yet to find a strapless bra, like, for the life of me. So I'm going to change this to just a standard strap in the back so that I can wear a bra with this. I just want to be comfortable. So I've cut it out so that this beautiful flower is kind of centered. It's a little bit off center, but that's okay. I think, like, once it's on, you know, you really won't care that much or see it that much. What I intend to do as well is to cover this with, not entirely, but like speckled out Swarovski crystals, which I'm going to use E6000 to adhere, because then I can still hand wash this. So I'm going to get pink ones, this really beautiful orangey color, and then different shades of like a golden color and like a more brown. I'll go on the weekend to Shine Trimmings, which is kind of near Albert Park if you live in Victoria. I really like their range. I go to them quite often when I need decorative things. It's where I got a lot of the Swarovski beads for my Mariska costume from. Yeah, so I've already started. Basically, I'm eyeing this down and overlocked this edge, and then what I did is, rather than basting the armhole, which is what the instructions call for, I have actually just used my overlocker, because I need to keep that seam secure anyway, the edge secure, I mean. So it's kind of like 2 birds with 1 stone. And then I said in a previous video that I didn't want to narrow hem the bottom, but because of how, like, this, it's a beautiful silk, but it literally has a really rough texture, and like, it's very crisp. I don't know if you can hear it. It's not like soft silky silk. It reminds me of like paper Mikado, but ultra thin. Yeah, just because of the fabric, it was a lot easier to do the narrow hem and get a nice finish, so that I didn't have to spend too much time like folding in the bulk on the corner and all of that. So that's all done there. It's kind of sheer, but I don't hate it. Whatever. That's what a bra is for. I have also overlocked the armhole binding / strap because of how thin the fabric is. I want to give it extra stability. So basically I'll be folding that in half and stitching. I'm going to stitch it pretty much like where that ends. And then I've got all of my other pieces cut out. I haven't overlocked them yet because it's going to be a lot easier to do once I've started sewing things together. So I think what I've got cut out here is I got 2 of each. So I got these 2, and then this I know for sure I'm using as a side panel. Because the other one that I cut out is like literally just plain leopard. So that will go, just trying to look at the back. So that will go over here as the facing. And then I'm just trying to decide like for the top, like I want this little orange flower. It's a little bit like, I don't know, not a lot happening with that one. Or I've got the pink flower, which is, I think, might be a bit better. I'm just trying to look at this through the camera so it's more zoomed out and I can see what I think. I really love the orange. It's so pretty. Maybe the orange. Still deciding. So, gosh, it's really tough to tell. Let's just do this a little bit. Make a little. And then got this on the side. Let's have a little play. Just try and, yeah, I always struggle with fabrics like this. I really didn't want to like play around with it too much, like trying to get like multiple flowers, because like I said, I am going to make a second top that I wanted a bit more fabric for. Whereas this, I probably used like 60 centimeters worth. I also didn't, you can cut the loops for the lacing out of the fabric, but I chose not to because I think I want to do something like not this exact ribbon, but I think I want to do a gold ribbon instead. I think ribbon will be sturdier. This fabric, I'm really worried about using the silk for the loops because I don't think it will have enough resilience when you tie something up because you're always pulling on it. Whereas I think like a nice gold will kind of pop a little bit once I bling this out with rhinestones. I think that will kind of, I don't know, I just think that's what I want to do. Everyone's each their own, right? Okay. Option 2. I think I like the orange. It's so hard to tell. Just the pink kind of, I think, looks a bit, I don't want it to be like overly girly. I want it to be like sort of fiery. I feel like I like the orange flower. I like the symmetry because you've got 3 of them. And they all have a very similar like coloring. So hard. I'll make a decision, then I'm going to sew these on. Basically, yeah. Sew this on, flip it around, give it a press. I'll show you all of those phases. But yeah, this is basically like where I'm up to right now. And I will update you once I've started to add the side panels in. I'm not going to be able to finish it until the weekend because I'm waiting on myself. Not waiting on anything. I just need to go and buy. I've got lots of gold ribbon, but I think I want something a bit wider. This is too thin. So we'll go and buy some wider gold ribbon for the loops and then we can put that all together. I'm really excited. Yeah. Fiyero's just been chilling out here. He's a happy boy. Here's my sewing machine. I use like the most basic machine ever. It's just a Singer. This is the like Pat McGrath breast cancer foundation one. I chose this because it's pink, but also I don't think you need an overly complicated sewing machine. Like oh hey, can you not shut down my computer? We're watching RuPaul. Yeah, I don't think you need like a complicated sewing machine. I think something that like this has got a like stretch stitch. Oh, you can't really see this. Let me just, yeah. It's got a stretch stitch function. It's a really good machine. Does buttonholes. It's really easy, user friendly. If you're just starting to sew, this is actually the machine that I first bought when I was a teenager, but I had the white version, and it was like the version that had no stretch stitch. And then I literally, the only reason I even bought a new machine was to have the stretch function, because I wanted to start sewing with Jersey fabrics. You don't need anything more than that. And my overlocker that, sorry, I keep turning my camera and I've got to stop doing that. Fiyero always attacks this, which is why in the videos you sometimes see this with a bag over it, because he likes to eat overlocker thread. It's very naughty. But yeah, this is my auntie's machine. It is fantastic. It is a Globe M34 Globe lock. It's so easy. I love it. It has instructions when you open this up if you ever forget how to thread it. And I've never once serviced it. I've been using it for like over 10 years straight. No problems at all. I don't think it was ever serviced before either. So yeah, those are, you know, you don't need anything crazy to start off. Get what you understand and learn how to use it well. And that's my little bit of advice for the day. So I'm going to get back to this. Okay, welcome back everyone. So I've now put on the armhole binding / lacing. Just excuse me, I'm a little bit out of breath. I think I mentioned I'm having a lot of breathing difficulty. I've got collapses in my lungs at the moment. But yeah, I put this on. The instructions actually called for an edge stitching with the machine that continued the whole way along, but I wanted to give it a more sleek finish. So I've actually hand stitched this with a slip stitch, and I'm about to go in and do the other side. Fiyero is coming to help us. He's come to be our little helper. Let's move you out of the way. Come help over here. So I'm just gonna get Fiyero situated, and then we'll get started. So I've got my thread here, and I'm just going to go in. I hope you can see. So just to hide the thread, I'm just going to go in somewhere around here and thread it in the fabric, and then just go all the way to the end there. Just always double check it's not visible, and pull the little tail almost the whole way through. Fiyero's just climbing my sewing machine in the background. He's trying to get a look at the ring light because it's still kind of new to him. In other news, what's been going on? I have ordered everything for my no, don't eat the pins, for my vampire corset and skirt. And I've now got Patterns of Fashion by Janet Arnold, so that's all on track. And I got both. I was looking at like what historical, like what fabrics were actually used to line corsets during the 1780s and around that kind of time period, because I'm used to using couture, and it calls for linen or cotton canvas that's 10 ounces in weight. It's actually quite difficult to buy a canvas in Australia. I found a couple that were that were a drill with like a twill weave, but because I want it to be not just historically accurate, but also I think the twill weave versus the canvas, the direction of the threads, I feel like it does make a difference to the structure of the garment. And this is a really structured piece, so I went and looked and looked and looked, and I have found a couple of different options, and then I'll have couture as a backup because I feel like at least it is durable enough. So yeah, that's what I've been working on. This is so easy. There's really nothing to it. I'm just following the, I hope you can see, I'm gonna stand up. I'm just literally just following along the seam, tucking that under. It is so hard to sew and film. I'm so not used to it. Just through there. It's really, really simple. And from the top, you can't see anything. I only have to do this armhole section, and then we're going to attach the side pieces and overlock them so that they're nice and strong. So I will get to that next and show you how it's done. Yeah, I don't think I need to sew this whole thing in front of you. It's pretty straightforward. It's really easy. And you can see what I mean about this fabric being kind of sheer. Yeah. But it's been a lot more pliable than it initially was. Like now that I've ironed it a bit, it doesn't feel so papery. And I'm really enjoying working with it so far. Welcome back, everybody. Just excuse the background noise. Slipknot is currently playing like a couple of blocks from my house. I actually really love metal, so I don't mind. I hope you guys don't. So I've sewn on the back panels, and I ended up going for the orange one because I felt like there was enough happening here. Hi, Fiyero. That would kind of be all right, especially once we glitz this up a little bit. Let's move over here. You sit on the chair. And I've also cut out 10 of these little bits of ribbon. I went with like a neutral color that kind of like matches the tone overall of the fabric and is not too far off my skin tone, although it is actually a bit darker than I am. But that's okay. You're only going to see a little bit. So I've just followed the pattern calls to cut the original looping into 5.4 centimeter pieces. I've done the same, and then you loop them. Hey, Esther. Oh, you guys haven't met my other cat. Esther, come here. This is Esther now up here. She's black and white. Esther, say hello. Say hello. Hold on. Let's make a little room for you. Do you want to say hello to everybody? Yes, you do. Here she is. Okay. Bye. Okay. She's busy. She's got stuff to do. Yeah, so I've cut those so that I can adhere those to the back panel. So you can see we're going to put 5 per back panel. I'm going to do that in a moment. And then these get sewn on by sewing along this outer edge and leaving that one open. So I'm going to overlock this before I sew it, but leave these to be overlocked last. And then you flip this inside out. I have also gone and made the the like stringing. I just have to iron it. It's really, really straightforward. That is all done. And then that's really like all that's left to do, except I do have to try this on and before I sew on the back panels, figure out where exactly this is going to sit so it's comfy. But all in all, I'm really close to finishing the project. Slipknot's talking now. Awesome. It's so cool. A Day to Remember was playing before as well. There are a couple of really good bands. Yeah, so I also got my fabric. Fiyero, those are my beads. They're mummies. Thank you. I got the fabric for my vampire ball skirt, which is perfect. And I only ordered 1 meter because it's 147 centimeters long. And I actually don't need that much of it because I'm really short. I'm only 5 foot. So this is it here. I got this from somebody on Etsy, a fabric seller, and I can share the link. It's this beautiful sequin mesh, and the amazing thing is, because I am so short and built like a 12-year-old in terms of height, I only need, zoom this out a little. Yeah. Hi, Fiyero. I only need to use this. Hey, we want to have a look at this, actually. I only need this very end, literally like here to, where is it? To here. That's it. That's all I need to make a skirt, and it will be high-waisted on me, which is fab. So even like this part of the pattern here, I'm actually going to be able to cut around that and keep it for another project, so I won't waste it. But yeah, this is gorgeous. It's so like Baroque. It's upside down. That's much prettier, isn't it? Yeah, it's going to be beautiful. And there's this excess hem here that I can trim off and use if I need to reinforce any of it. But yeah, this is perfect. It'll literally take me like a day to make the skirt because it's going to be so easy. I'm literally just going to cut that section, like the whole trim off, so it will be 1 meter long, and then I will put in a zipper in the side. Hey, Fiyero. And also put in 2 darts in the front waist and 2 darts in the back waist to make it fit properly. It's like the guardian of the fabric. He wants to go in there. Don't you? You want to go in? It's actually mine. Okay. You can't. Okay, it's not a nest. Let go. Let go of the fabric. Let go. Thank you very much. Okay. Yes, you're a special boy. Thank you. Mwah. Go on my shoulders. Yeah, so that's really all I need to do, and I'll have a ton of fabric left over for something else I'm really excited about. So I'm going to go and sew the rest of this top together, and yeah, I'll update you pretty much when it's finished, I think. I hope you all have a lovely evening, and let me know what you're working on at the moment, or what you think so far of the top. Yeah, I actually still have to do all of the rhinestones on this, so I will come back and show you that once it's all finished, because this is going to be so pretty. Yeah, let me know, as I said, if you like this video, if you've got other things you'd like me to see, or if you're a metal fan, also leave me a comment. Alrighty, I'll wrap it up there. Bye, guys.